Take it away.
Angelina Jolie.
He's kidding. That's false advertising, Rob. Be careful. Yeah, we had some cosplay girls with us earlier, but now we're going into the world of gaming, all right? So I have Curtis and Cindy with us from Paladins. Guys, kind of fill us in on what's trendy in 2013? Because I remember like Magic the Gathering was big in the 90s when I was a kid, but that's still prevalent. And now a lot of these games are really blowing up, and even tournaments, and we're going to have some tournaments this weekend here at the Bakersfield Anime Convention. Fill us in on kind of like what the culture's like now in 2013.
Sure. Yeah, Magic's still really big. That's a really, really popular one. It's played all over the world. There's a lot of games coming in from Japan, like Cardfight Vanguard. Kajuda's another one that's based off of a Japanese anime. But they're just really popular right now. Partly because of like Big Bang Theory and stuff like that. You see the games played on.
Everyone loves Sheldon.
Yeah, you know, they're playing the card games and stuff like that. So that's what's driving it right now is just the culture, you know.
Are these games hard to learn? Like Magic the Gathering looks incredibly complicated. Right. I mean, I look at it, I'm like, how many cards are there, and how do you? It seems very just strenuous.
Yeah, it's not really hard. It's just mostly about reading what's on the card and doing what it says. There's a little bit of strategy that you have to learn over time, but the game's pretty simple. They're all pretty much played the same.
You ever play euchre?
Nope.
No, never played euchre? Has anyone here ever played euchre? No, maybe you. No, not even you, LJ? Anyway, it's a very complicated card game. But I'm like, if you can learn euchre, maybe you can learn Magic the Gathering. I don't know. Also, there's a new game right here. It looks like a Star Wars game. Star Wars is obviously still huge, more than 30 years after the first one came out. Now, tell us about this one.
Yeah, this is a fairly new game. It's a miniatures game that's played against an opponent. But it's a really popular game. It's just really taking off. It's been selling out as soon as it comes in.
Now, you say miniatures. Yes. So how does it work?
There's miniatures and cards, and they have stats and abilities that you use to play against your opponent. They have different, statistics and so forth.
I love stats. I love abilities. Yeah. Maybe that's why I'm a baseball fan. I don't know. Star Wars miniatures. I don't think miniatures. Think of Micro Machines. Remember Micro Machines?
Oh yeah, definitely.
How do the tournaments work? Does it get really competitive, and does it cost to play, especially this weekend here in Bakersfield?
This weekend it doesn't cost to play. We're going to be doing a lot of demos and so forth to show people how to play. But it can get competitive. There is competitive level events, especially in Magic and stuff like that. But this is more of a fun type atmosphere. It's more casual.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, Curtis. And Stephen White's here with me. He's the creator of Bakersfield Anime Convention, or KBAK Anime. Steve, kind of fill us in, man, on what people can expect at the show up this weekend.
You can expect to have a lot of fun, a lot of costumes. Right here is some pictures we have, but Liam O'Brien is one of our guests. He was the voice of Wolverine in the X-Men game. Sam Riegel was Spider-Man. He was also one of the turtles for
Donatello, it says, yeah.
Donatello for the cartoon. But we also have a couple more guests coming in, and it's free autographs. You don't have to pay anything. That's probably one of the best things that we have is our guests.
Cool. So celebrity guests, cosplay, we got tournaments. Guys, it's going to be a big event. They're expecting a couple thousand people, which, of course, some of our regular watchers may know. That's about the same size as my hometown, Arthur, Illinois.
Yes,
Lots of
Arthur,
people.
Illinois,
Oh, Josh, here we go.
Right.
Friday, baby. We got it in. We got it in.
Hey, it's been a while.
No,
you guys have been
24
mentioning it
hours.
more than I have lately. So I thought it was about time I kind of throw a little shot
Well,
out
Josiah, that's because my team won the World Series. By the way, Josh, real quick. Okay, so remember a couple days ago you were like, hey, on the air, you were like, do you want to watch the World Series with me? And I was kind of like,
and
no,
you're like,
because,
I can't. I mean, I'm on a streak right now. I can't jinx it. That's
right,
what you
I don't
said.
want to jinx it.
Yep.
So a viewer wrote me on Facebook. She was like, it was kind of cute, but she was like, don't be mean to Josh. Watch the World Series with
I wanted you to watch the World Series with me, Robert.
I felt bad.
Yeah, because you
know.
wanted to win.
Yeah, I didn't want to jinx it, you know?
It's all right. Hey, you know what? I want to see my 49ers play the Patriots in the Super Bowl. Then
Wouldn't that be something?
that would be something.
All right, thanks, Josh.
All right, thanks, guys. Gaming, because actually the Bakersfield Anime Convention this weekend is the 4th annual. We're talking a couple thousand people at the very least will congregate at the Marriott in downtown Bakersfield this weekend to get together to celebrate anime and have a lot of fun. And Cindy and Curtis are with me with Paladins. Guys, kind of fill us in on what gaming is. When I think of gaming, I'm thinking video games, but actually the old school gaming with like the cards and the little, this is the miniatures game. It's kind of making a huge comeback over the past few years, hasn't it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's become more and more popular. I mean, it just promotes reading, strategizing, playing face to face with other people, and that social aspect, which is kind of getting missed sometimes. That's a really important part of it.
So it's like, I just mentioned to you off camera, when I was a little kid, I wanted to read Goosebumps. Unfortunately, I wasn't reading Catcher in the Rye. I wasn't reading The Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe. When I was a little kid, I wanted to read Goosebumps, little scary stories. I picked up Ninja Turtle comic books. This is a great way for little kids to get involved, too, and learn how to strategize and learn how to read. It looks complicated, too, but you say it's not really that hard to learn a lot of these games, and they've picked up so much momentum. These tournaments are pretty huge.
Oh yeah, there's worldwide tournaments, especially for like Magic and some of the other events. They can get really competitive. It's something that you can get involved with. It as a really nice hobby that you can be with other people and be competitive if you want to be. But there is a casual play aspect to it too.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to ask you, if you're like a novice like myself, you wanted to play this weekend, is it easy to get into? Is it easy to sign up?
Sure, absolutely. Okay. All the games are free. We are doing demos. Ourselves and leaders and Extreme Game Pit in town will be running the games and running demos to show people how to play. It's really simple to learn.
Do you have a personal favorite?
I play a lot of Magic. That's kind of the
classic.
Big one for us. So.
Got it. How long has Magic been around? I remember being in the early '90s. I was a kid, and they were, it was a pretty big deal.
Yeah, it's been out since the early '90s, and it's going as strong as ever.
Too funny. Too funny. That's awesome. Thanks a lot, guys. And Steve Wyatt's with me as well. Come on in here, Steven. You're the creator of not only Bakersfield Anime Expo, but of course the Comic-Con, Bakersfield Comic-Con. How does this compare, and just paint us a picture? What can people expect if they come out this weekend?
Well, let me just say real quick, it's because of Bakersfield Comic-Con that we started this. Cool. The fans actually came to me and said, can you do it? So we started it for the fans. Awesome. There's the gaming, there's the costume contest, it's our first 2-day show. We're going to have overnight events on Saturday. We're going to have an electronic dance and a live band come in.
And of course the celebrities too. You got the voice of Donatello and much more.
Yeah, we've got the voice of Phoenix from the Capcom X-Men. We've got the voice of Wolverine. We have some great celebrities coming in, and a lot of artists too. We've got about 20 different anime and manga artists coming in.
All right, terrific. Thank you so much, Steven. Appreciate it, man. Make it on out if you can. Marriott this weekend. You can get tickets at the door. Quick time?
10 to midnight on Saturday, 10 to 5 on Sunday.
One big party. All right, guys, back to you.
Sounds like it. Thank you so much, Josh.
Thanks, guys.
He still didn't